buying a home is emotional. Selling one, that sure is too. Welcome to Houses Headspace, hosted by Bren and Jen, a mother-daughter duo bringing you the real story behind real estate. Brenda's the realtor, Jen's the psychologist, and together we break down the mindset, the market, and all the stuff involved in life's biggest decision and moves. Because real estate is never just business. It's personal. I am Brenda and I'm a realtor.
Hi, I'm Jen and I'm a psychologist.
And my daughter.
Which means I've been analyzing her for years unsuccessfully.
Welcome to the first episode of Bren and Jen.
Houses Headspace.
So, this is exciting.
This is it. Yeah, it is. We've been talking about it forever.
Like literally years.
Yes.
I feel like very many years of time in the car where we're like, you know what would be cool? So now that the time is here, we really dressed for the occasion.
We really did. We're so fancy.
We did just come from the gym.
That's motivation.
Yeah. Motivation Monday, right?
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Look at that.
There we go. Okay. So we are here primarily for fun because we discovered that's a big value of
It is.
mine, especially. But also I've always thought, how cool would it be to combine real estate with psychology? Because I mean, I'm not a therapist. I won't try to pretend I'm
Don't
one.
tread on my space. No, but I
Exactly.
hear you all the time on the phone, and you do have to bring out these therapy sort of qualities all the time. And I will say that you do a good job at it.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
So what are some therapy qualities that a realtor needs?
Well, you bring out a lot of emotions.
There are a lot of emotions in real estate.
Like you yourself have a lot of emotions.
Me?
A lot of emotions. But then your clients as well. And I can hear it in your voice and how you match how they're feeling in that moment.
Well, because I truly listen to them and I empathize with them. But before we get too deep into like the real estate part of it, let's take a few steps back.
Mm-hmm.
So I earned my real estate license in 2009.
Wow, long time ago.
Long time ago. You were not 9.
No, I was not.
You were in seventh grade.
Yep.
Okay. So prior to real estate, I was in healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a 8 to 4:30 job, Monday through Friday. Do you remember that time and that transition?
I really don't. I only remember going to the hospital with you in your prior job and sitting at your desk and playing with the play food there.
Because I was a dietitian,
Yes,
right?
yes, you were a dietitian. But I don't remember that transition at all. I can picture your very first headshot, but that's it.
Okay. Well, I guess that's good.
You look
that
better.
it
You look better now than your first headshot.
Thank you. Thank you. That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, and I guess it's good that you don't really remember that because it wasn't too traumatic of a transition then for you.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So how you, as the eldest daughter, you did become my little mini assistant.
Yeah, I for sure did.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about that.
So during that time, I was playing softball, as we did for 16 years. Mm-hmm. And you were the one who always came with me where Dad went with my sister, Kelly. And so we always had our road trip fun.
You did.
But as your business progressed, you had so many phone calls, you had so many texts that you had to respond to.
It is not easy to travel with a realtor.
It's not easy whatsoever. And I learned that in the beginning, but then I slowly became a lot better at it.
You got really good at it.
You had to learn like the basic lingo of real estate. So I knew about multiple offers. I knew, is it major or minor in inspections?
Yep.
And I knew, okay, for this client, I'm putting 2 exclamation points and this smiley face. Or
You had to learn Bren to speak.
Yeah, exactly. And I had a
right.
Rolodex of names in my head so that I was like, okay, she's talking about this person, so that means that I need to go to do this. And it was
Time out
crazy.
a minute. Do you really know what a Rolodex is?
I do, believe it or not.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's good.
impressive.
Yeah, for those younger audience members, that is a list of names and contact information that used to roll around.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we'd be flying down the highway, and I'd say, you have to respond to this
just
text.
pass off the phone, so we wouldn't get
Read
pulled
me my
over.
text. Yep, here's the reply.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or I'd be mid-story, and then all of a sudden it was just that automatic pause, and you would have to answer the phone, and here we go. Here's multiple offers. Or you would just tell me going into the car, hey, by the way, we're in multiple offers, so just get ready.
Right. Which means
you're basically not going to talk this whole trip.
Wow, it sounds horrible.
No, they were fun though. They were fun.
Yeah, I think you learned a lot also.
I feel like I can be a realtor now.
Well, that now you're stepping in my territory. I can't say I'm a therapist, so you can't say you're a realtor.
That's true.
But you have picked up a lot of information and knowledge.
Yes.
Just our offices share a wall, right?
They do.
So
they do.
Yeah, you hear a lot. Nice. Okay, so it's been 16 plus years. My business has grown. You've gone through middle school, high school, college, doctoral program. Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite an evolution, quite a growth of our businesses.
Yes.
There's definitely an overlap, which is why I love that you're in the psychology business, because there's so much emotion involved in real estate.
Right.
And in every single transaction, not just a first-time home buyer, but the variety of reasons why when somebody sells a home, all the emotions attached to that, because it's not always happy stuff. We always think of house hunters. I have $4 million and I'm going to...
I only saw 3 houses and number 2 was the best. I picked number 2. I didn't like the floors, but I liked everything else.
Now, truth be told, what show do I hate the most?
House Hunters.
It's just too much like real life. It'd be like you watching a psychology show all day.
I don't. Yeah. You want to leave work at work and you just move along, which is something that I've had to help you with so much, but that doesn't really, it's not possible for real estate, but boundaries are.
Boundaries are important. And everybody needs boundaries. Yeah. Right. There are a lot of people out there I work 24/7. No, you don't. No, you don't. And nor should you.
No.
Right?
No.
I mean, I feel guilty hearing about, I have to stop mid-story. It's hell traveling with you.
It's not that. How many times have we sung a song and we know the playing the drums?
Okay, so we've got good stuff too.
We have our Duncan order down, so yeah.
That's true.
Yep.
That's true. Okay, so let's pivot a little bit.
Okay.
And
pivoting.
Talk about psychology.
Okay.
So,
don't put me back in school.
No, but let's talk about what I wonder are the overarching emotions connected with moves, because moves are, whether for happy reasons or challenges, they're life transitions, right? Mm-hmm. So, what are some of the biggest emotions attached to transitions?
I'll pivot that on you. What is an emotion? We have to think about what even is an emotion. I want you to define that. What is an emotion?
Wow, it's something so commonplace. And
yeah.
Okay, what is an emotion? An emotion is a feeling, a response, to external and internal stimuli.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounded so smart.
Sounds
I
so
did not
smart.
practice any of
Good
this.
job.
Okay.
Good job. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a response.
Yeah. So it's really hard for us to even think of what an emotion is, even though it's such a common word. And so I've had parents, because I primarily work with kids, I've had parents come into the room and I have a feelings wheel on my wall, and they'll look at the feelings wheel and they'll be like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know that was a feeling. But
Like, can you give an example of one?
oh gosh, my feelings wheel is out in my office. I can't even think of one right now. But if I ask, let's think of a teenager. So you would think of someone a little bit older who knows emotions a little bit more.
Right.
I ask them, like, what does it mean to be anxious? What is anxious?
So the insides are shaking.
That for you, that is. Yeah. For you, that definitely
My first
is.
6 months in real estate.
Yeah, exactly. But they're like, I don't know, I'm just anxious today. I'm just anxious. I'm feeling anxious. I'm like, okay, that's great. That's a word. You're saying the word right. That's for sure. But what is anxious? There's so much caught up in it. It's a feeling in your body. It's a thought in your head. It's something that you're doing as well. It's all connected. So thoughts, feelings, behaviors, all connected.
And if we're talking about something as big as buying or selling a home, there's going to be a whole package of that. Because what might, like, let's just think of a first-time home buyer.
Yeah.
You think, so you're plotting down an unforged path, right? You have no idea what's involved, but you're excited, right?
Yeah, because you just watched House Hunters.
Right. Right.
It was a good episode.
Right. So you're excited to get a house to call your own, to start building your own equity. It's going to be easy because it
Yeah.
looks easy on TV.
Exactly.
And then it's not because of the challenges involved.
Yeah, and then you get all these words thrown at you, and you're like, I'm adulting. I don't even know what I'm doing right now.
Right. Well, and that's why it is so important to have the right guide, the right realtor on your side, because the right realtor is that guide who holds your hand through every step of the way, communicates and educates along the way. Why do you think so few people actually interview agents for what is typically their biggest life purchase or sale?
I feel like it's like the easy path. They just kind of see someone, and let's say they see a billboard or they see, I don't know, their name in the paper or something, and they don't get papers anymore. Like kids.
No, how old are you? Rolodex
I know,
papers.
jeez. I'm talking like I'm like 87. but they see a billboard and they're like, well, they have a billboard. They must be good. So they just call them up and there we go. Bada bing, bada boom. It's easy for them.
So the path of least resistance.
Exactly.
Okay. So we start with excitement, and then we move through the process, and then sometimes there might be, well, a lot of times there can be buyer's remorse. And I think especially in this market, from my perspective, we're seeing more buyer's remorse now than we did when I first started. And I think it's because of the circus, the climate that's been created within real estate as a result of supply versus demand and buyers getting hung up, and it becomes a game. And then all of a sudden they have a couple of sleeps on it and they're like, oh no, what did I do? But with that being said, I also think in any market, at any market, when you're buying something with a lot of numbers, yeah, you're going to question yourself.
Yeah.
So is that's a natural progression
Absolutely.
from excitement to regret or remorse?
I mean, we can be excited about things and then just be excited. Like if you are having mac and cheese for tonight and you love mac and cheese, then you're going to be excited the whole time.
And
Unless
then I'm going to eat it and think about bathing suit season coming
Okay,
up, and then I'm going to have regret.
okay, that's a you problem. Maybe you need to go to therapy. But I mean, it could be something like that. It could be something like, yes, you go from something really excited, as simple as mac and cheese, to then, okay, yeah, you're thinking about bathing suit season if you're counting calories and that's your thing. But I think it is very natural to be able to go from emotion to emotion, emotion, emotion. We go through so many. If you think of how many emotions you go through in one day, even if you just sit for 5 minutes, you're going to go through a lot of different emotions. It's going to be sitting and you're going to be like, okay, I'm fine. Okay. And then you have a lot of thoughts going on with your head.
Right.
Or in your head, not with your head, in your head. And as I said before, thoughts are connected to emotions, which are connected to behaviors. And so then you might get bored. And knowing you're going to sit there and you're going to be like, okay, it's 5 minutes up. Like, we done yet?
No, but you said something really interesting. So when we sit with our thoughts, that evolves into a variety of them. And I think I see that from clients when that's when the phone starts ringing. That's when the panic text come in. That's when the oh no phone calls come in. I pride myself on good communication and education throughout the process. But again, there are those times that you just feel out of control too, maybe?
Yeah. Well, feeling out of control is anxiety.
Okay. And there's all these things happening that you don't know if they're happening because nobody's reporting to you.
Right.
Right. So that is why communication and education are so important. And you hear me say that to people all the time.
Yeah.
And that is, you're underscoring why I have a huge commitment to that.
Yeah. And how working with the right person, as I've also heard you say a million times, working with the right person is important because you need that hand holding down the way to help you through these emotions that you may be having.
Right.
Through the whole process.
Nice.
Because then you do get to the end and you are at the closing table and you're ready to hand over the keys. And who knows, it could be a moment of excitement again.
Right.
Or it could be a moment of like, oh my God. What?
Oh, I hope it's exciting.
That's what we would hope.
I want sparkling
but who knows?
people at closings.
But who knows? Everyone's different with their emotions.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Okay. We're coming in toward the end of our first segment. As we wrap it up, let's do some rapid fire.
Oh boy.
Okay. But with you and I. Okay. Who's more patient? You.
Me.
We agreed.
Yeah.
Who's more stubborn?
You.
Oh, I was going to say you.
No, you are.
Me. Okay.
Hands down.
I'll go with that. Who would be the toughest real estate client?
Well, I think you, because you'd be like, oh, look, there's a little hole in the wall. Is it a major or a minor defect?
Okay. Because I know too much.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I'd
Just
be
like you'd be the worst therapy client.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Well, no,
That's fair.
you would be the worst therapy client. I would absolutely hate to have you as a therapy client. One, because you're an adult. I like working with kids.
Right.
But also you would be like, I know what you're trying to say. I know what you're trying to say.
Okay.
You're trying to get in my head and I'm going to block you out of it.
Who can make decisions the easiest?
We're both not good at making decisions. We're processors. We are big processors.
Yeah.
Because we get going back to emotion quickly, we get too much emotion into things.
That's true.
And then we it's like big overthinkers. It's like a tornado of emotions. And then finally it's just like, oh, I want to do this today.
Well, you know what I'm hearing, Dr. Mayette? I'm hearing that there are a lot of emotions and head things to talk about when it comes to real estate and maybe learn something about the market and the process in the meantime.
Yeah. I mean, if I had $1 for every time I heard the word emotions today.
That's true. So you want to do another episode sometime?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Okay.
All right.
Good job. Thanks for
work.
being here.
Hey, thanks for having me. Quite literally.
Quick disclaimer before you go. This podcast is for entertainment and general information only. Even though Brenda is a licensed real estate agent and Jennifer is a licensed psychologist, this is not personalized real estate, financial, legal, or mental health advice. Basically, please don't make life-altering decisions solely because of something we said while hanging out behind microphones. If you need professional support, whether that's for buying or selling a home or taking care of your mental health, please connect with a qualified expert in your area. And if you're struggling emotionally, please know that reaching out for help is a strength, not a weakness. Thank you for hanging out with us, and we'll catch you in the next episode.